What does it feel like to touch nature? To our eyes, everything looks green, but our fingertips tell a completely different story. Brushing against a leaf feels slippery. Gripping tree bark feels rough. Holding a stone feels cold. Even in the same park, our fingertips are the first to say, "This place is different." The sensation we feel when something touches our skin is called touch. The skin contains sensory points that feel pressure and pain. It also has sensory points for warmth and cold spread throughout the body. These sensory points are not arranged in the same way across the whole body. The inner sides of the fingers and the palms are especially dense, while broad areas like the back are relatively less sensitive. It is natural that the sense of pain is especially sensitive. We must notice danger first to survive. Without the sense of touch, we might not notice a thorn prick, frostbite, or even a cracked bone until much later. Nature as felt through touch is far more orderly than it appears. In fact, touch is not a random emotion, but has a mathematical character. The sensations felt by the fingertips usually flow along a few distinct textures. When we stroke the fur of a puppy or a cat, our hearts soften without reason. Soft fur protects the body, and just by looking at its condition, we can often guess the animal's health. If we gently touch a peach, it feels soft and fuzzy. This sensation comes from the dense layer of fine fuzz covering its surface. Tiny hairs protect the fruit and help keep water from clinging easily. But our fingertips do not always deliver pleasant sensations. Chestnut burrs, cacti, hedgehogs, sea urchins, porcupine fish, the moment we touch them, we say, "It stings." Sharp spines are both a warning and a shield. Pine needles are similarly sharp. When leaves are thin and pointed, they lose less water. Even though they share the same sharpness, it is interesting that the reasons for survival are different. Some things have a smooth, glossy texture. The backs of ladybugs and rhinoceros beetles are hard exoskeletons. They hold the body's shape and keep water from seeping in. The shine on an apple's skin and the gloss on rubber tree leaves comes from the layer covering the surface, the wax layer. When the surface is smooth and glossy, it gains the strength to endure sunlight and dryness. A slippery texture opens yet another world. The skin of frogs, snails, loaches, and eels is moist with mucus. Mucus reduces friction when they move and also prevents the skin from drying out. It also protects against bacteria and external shocks. The fact that amphibians like frogs and salamanders breathe through their moist skin is closely tied to these properties. Even when we touch seaweed or kelp along the shore, it feels slippery. That slipperiness is related to substances such as alginic acid, and these substances are used in food and also in medicine and cosmetics. Unlike slipperiness, there is a texture people especially dislike. It is stickiness. Spiders spin webs of sticky threads to catch their prey, and sundews trap insects with sticky liquid that beads like dew at the tips of fine tentacles along the edges of their leaves. A single texture becomes a way of survival. A soft and squishy texture also deserves attention. When we touch the paw pads of a puppy or a cat, they feel soft and lift our mood. They absorb shock, act as sensors that receive information from the ground, and release sweat through the pads to regulate temperature. The reason cats can walk so quietly is also thanks to that softness. But even in the same cat, the tongue feels rough. Tiny keratin spines grow densely across it, and they are used to strip meat from bones and groom fur. Even within one body, the surface motif is designed in completely different ways depending on its purpose. By this point, the sense of touch starts to feel a little different. Touch is not a mood, but a sense that reads surface motifs. Density and sparsity, slipperiness and roughness, softness and hardness. Our fingertips naturally gauge these differences and group similar things together. Touching nature, in the end, may be the act of tracing an invisible, delicate order with our fingertips.